Alright guys, I'm going to try quickly go over what you should be doing or should already have been completed for your lab here on kinetic friction. So remember, the equations you're going to need to remember is that there are two types of friction. There's kinetic friction here, F sub K, and then static friction, F sub S. Now, kinetic friction is when it's friction that's taking place while the object's in motion, and static is while it's standing still, is how I remember, like S for still. It's not moving. Okay, so both of them are going to be equal to your force normal. Okay, so force normal. And then times your coefficient of friction. So mu sub K for kinetic and mu sub S for static. Now this is going to be pretty easy to calculate if your object is sitting on a flat surface. So let's say that you've got your block. Remember, I gave you all blocks on Friday, so you got your little block sitting here. Now what's going to happen with that block is there is always a force. Oop, that should be straight down. I've got a little angled surface here going on. Okay, but pretend that's straight down, perpendicular to that. Okay, that is going to be your force weight. Okay, and now straight up from that will be your force normal. Now, when there is no motion in this y-axis, remember those are the same but in opposite directions. Okay, so if your box or your block is being pulled on a flat surface, your force normal is going to be equal to whatever your force weight is. So for this lab, what you're going to do is you're going to adjust this by adding weight to your block. So you can start with just your block. Remember, what the very first part was figuring out the mass of that block. So you should have your mass in kilograms and you should have your force weight of your block in newtons. Okay, there were two things you had to record. Measure the mass. We got that far on Friday. Okay, so measure the mass and record it in your data table. All right, now it says connect the dual force channel 1, yada yada, set the force sensor to the 50 Newton range. This just makes it more precise, so make sure that that force sensor, there's a little adjustment where you can make it more precise or less. You want it on the more precise